Well, every Friday on What Matters Most segment, we meet with our life coach, Dieter Powles. And last week we talked about the importance of being positive and surrounding yourself with positive people. And today the topic is gratitude. And there's a great example. The people in Belleville should be very grateful,
Absolutely.
or probably are, that it could have been worse than it was.
Much worse, yeah.
And gratitude, you say that it's at the basis of personal and professional growth, right?
Whatever you appreciate will appreciate. Whatever you do not appreciate will lose its value and therefore depreciate. So the more you appreciate things in your life, the more you will grow. And the more you grow, the more you'll have to appreciate.
Do you think sometimes we don't even take time to step out of our own life and look at how much we do have to be grateful for, and that, you know, we spend a lot of time complaining and whining about stuff, but perhaps not as much time talking about, I'm so lucky that I have this or that?
It's easy to be grateful. It's also easy not to be grateful, because sometimes we get so associated in that negative mindset, like you said. We start whining and complaining, and then really we disconnect from the resource that we need to really be appreciative of life and be grateful for the things that we do have,
right, and
or
you
can do.
And you say that the only change, that change is the only thing that's constant, that there are no guarantees. So that's the only thing you can really count on, and you have to always be prepared to work on how you react.
Change is the only constant. Just imagine that everything would remain the same in your life. This journey would be pretty boring, wouldn't you say? Right. So if you're down, know that things will go back up. You know, whatever goes up goes down, and whatever goes down will come back up. The second point is sometimes when people are really challenged, let's say someone loses their job, and they say, well, I have nothing to be, grateful about. My challenge is to really find something, even in that challenging situation, that you could be grateful or, appreciate in that sense. Let's say someone loses their job. What if they could appreciate the fact that maybe because of that, they finally could start looking for something they are really passionate about? Because, most people don't like what they're doing anyway.
Right. Is that where your role as a life coach comes in? That you tell your clients, look, flip it around and look at it this way. And maybe in there somewhere you'll find the thing that you really want to do.
Sometimes we get so stuck in that negative mindset, and that's all we see. We're very associated in negativity sometimes. So coaching helps you take a different perspective, look at things from a whole different perspective, which means it will open up new possibilities. You can create new opportunities for yourself.
Dieter, have you ever had to tell someone, I just can't work with you because you're too negative and you're too much of a cynic and it just isn't working?
That's a challenge for me. Mm-hmm. I'll take that any day.
Oh, okay, good.
I'll take it any day.
So you find the challenge.
Absolutely.
And you flip it around.
When somebody comes at me and they're very negative, I get excited.
Really?
Yeah, absolutely.
And you say, okay, here's my challenge, is to find a way for them to flip their consciousness.
Gratitude is about focusing what's working in your life, and you'll always find something that works.
That's a very good point, because there always is something to be grateful for. Right?
Yeah, and the interesting thing that I found is that appreciation and being grateful used to be in the realm of religion, philosophy. Now it's actually the focus of clinical studies, and they've shown now that people who are more appreciative in their lives, what happens is that they have a stronger immune system, they have less stress in their life, and they're overall more happy people.
Because they take time to be grateful for what they have, and so when things go wrong, it's less of a shock and less stress, I would imagine.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, it's not always easy to do. I'm grateful now that I'm going to go down here and pick this paper up. But, sometimes, like you say, if you lose a job and the economy's so bad and you just feel down in the dumps, it's hard, but there's always a way out.
There's always a way out. And that's very normal. If people are frustrated or angry, that's a very intuitive human response. Yet we cannot stay in that negative state of mind, because we really disconnect from the life force that we need to move forward and give our lives new meaning and new direction.
Yeah. Well, finally, it must be so fun for you to see somebody, transform, and that comes in, very cynical and maybe real negative, and then leaves positive and very hopeful. That feels good, doesn't it?
I'm very appreciative of that, yeah. Very grateful that I can do what I love to do each and every day. And for that, I'm very, very grateful.
Well, thank you. All right. Well, we're grateful that you're here every Friday.
Me too.
Thanks, Dieter. You can go to our website for a link to Dieter's website, and you can ask any questions you want to our life coach. And